Hello and welcome to episode 82 of the Harryman Show. Today we have two guests. We have returning guests Dwain Miller and Charlie Green. You know Dwain Miller from Deidre and his band Kale. And we have Charlie Green from Surrender and the Phil Collins in the Air Tonight Experience. How you doing?
Great.
You're doing good.
That's a mouthful. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Where's the crowd?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, they're outside. So how you guys doing?
Good, man.
Doing very good.
It's a great place you got.
But anyway, Dwayne, what have you been up to? I know you've been busy with your current band, but how's that going for you?
Good, man. You know what? The band's getting better. We're getting better. We're showing improvement.
Yeah.
No,
They are.
we're actually getting better. It's really weird. But we played a show at the Last Exit live on Tuesday with New Year's Day, who I've never seen before. But they're on tour with. They just played with Hailstorm.
They're also a female-fronted band too, right?
Yeah. So whenever a female fronted band comes through town, if we can get on the show, we do. Deirdre likes to do that. She likes to play on female shows, which is kind of a cool package.
Yeah.
And there were 4 bands it was Tuesday night at the Last Exit, but all 4 bands had female singers, which is cool,
Nice.
and they rocked.
So if someone that hasn't heard your band yet, how would you explain your guys' sound?
She describes it as kind of like alternative hard,
Nice.
alternative hard rock, which is kind of cool. We put some metal into it and hard rock, and the whole band is all over the place. Like me and James. James is the bass player. James Coulon. He's been like in Rush tributes, and he's like a
Yeah, he's
Dream Theater
phenomenal.
He's a wizard.
kind of freako guy. Like he's a freak.
Yeah.
He's a freak, and I grew up like as a Neil Peart freak.
Oh, I think we all did in this
So,
room, right?
yeah. But so we kind of get along really good. That's how we met. We were doing a cover project, and we started playing Rush together, and it was tight already. You know, crap. So anyway, see, I got sidetracked again.
It's fine.
Me and James have been playing together for about 15 years. It's really cool. And then, but we still have like a metal kind of. We bring everything to it, you know.
Yeah.
You can't help it. But bring whatever you have into it.
Are you doing a lot of double bass patterns, or is it kind of a straight?
We have some double bass pattern, you know, not like fast, but
Syncopation stuff.
Yeah,
That's the good stuff.
yeah. And then we don't have to sing too much harmony because it's pretty much all like Deirdre lead vocals and stuff, and she's hard to harmonize too, because she's got like a sultry kind of bluesish voice. In fact, we've talked about doing a blues band later on too.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you guys working on a new album, or are you kind of promoting your recent?
Yeah, we do one song at a time, pretty much.
Really?
And we've got about 12 songs in the can. All we got to do is put it together and do like an album release thing.
Is it more of a homebrew recording session? Or?
No, so I'll watch my mouth. Sorry. Fuck.
It's fine.
Anyway,
It's all good.
we record over at. Here's the ironic coincidence and the coolest thing. Fullwell Recording Studio is down by the Coliseum down.
Oh,
in
that's a good
Phoenix.
studio.
And Mike Bolenbach owns it, and he runs, records, and produces and all stuff. He actually, Deirdre's boyfriend. She actually lives
nice.
there.
Oh, okay.
She still has to pay for the sessions and stuff,
wow.
but because it costs money. But we've been recording there, one song at a time. For God, how long have I been in the band now? 5, 6 years probably.
And do you like that approach? Do you think it's more focused that way?
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally. Because back in the day in Kiel, we would get ready for like 3 months,
Yeah.
practice 7 hours a day, pre-production, run this set, this song, that song. Go in, and then my first album I ever did was The Final Frontier. I wasn't on the Retro Rock. Final Frontier was Gene Simmons producing and all this stuff.
Jesus.
And we did the drum tracks in a big room and in a small room. I did the small room, the whole album on the first day. Came back the next day and did the whole album in the big room. So then they decided which songs had the big sound and which songs had the. But that was like a big thing for everybody. It's like, wow, you did the whole album in 2 days. I'm like, it was normal to me,
Yeah. You didn't feel like a mental strain with that? Or?
No, well, because we pre-practiced, we pre-production so much.
And it was recorded on like tape, right?
It was tape, man. Yeah,
Expensive.
Remember that?
Yeah, I remember.
Remember that?
4-track
it was
recorders in the middle of the garage and
expensive.
go. Yeah. Do you feel like we have it too easy now? Do
Does it feel like what?
you feel like recording's too easy now?
No. I mean, this is different. This whole thing. I like doing one song. We'll do like 1 or 2 songs. In fact, I go in there with Bolenbach and do other sessions too.
Oh, nice.
So I did another album with this guy named David Clark, not the jazz guy, but Dave Clark. 4 songs at a time.
Okay.
That's about any more than that. It's like, oh man,
Yeah, it becomes too taxing.
But it is easier because of Pro Tools. Like I always say that. Okay, can we cut in this part because I fucked up the last note or whatever? But back in the day, you had to record the whole thing again. You could like fly stuff in, but they literally cut
Tape.
Literally cut it. It was a pain. Michael Wagner gave me a 3-foot long bass drum hit of mine from the Keel album he did for us. Yeah,
Nice.
He's like, "This is your bass drum." Okay, cool.
So what's your go-to set to record live? I mean, record in studio.
Record there. They have a nice house kit, really killer. You probably have some here. Pearl Reference.
Oh, nice.
Series.
Yeah, I got one right over there.
22-inch kick, which is I use big bass drums normally, but in the studio, it's totally different.
Mm-hmm.
It's padded down. It sounds, and whatever snare I want to use, they like my Ludwigs. So nice.
And you were just using one for the Phil Collins, right?
Correct.
How'd you feel about that set?
Oh, I loved it.
Yeah, and you had
I
like
loved
the full-on arsenal with that.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. The 4 up and 2 down. Yeah, it's
Jesus.
really nice.
I know that was all whited out too, right?
Yes.
That was a nice picture I saw. That was super. Reference is nice stuff.
That was the backline kit, right?
Yeah. Not mine. Not
he's-
mine.
He's got the offset pedals with a single bass drum and
Really?
2 pedals.
I didn't
Oh
know.
yeah.
Those are awesome. You still use that?
Yeah, I still have it. It was necessity, and then I turned out I really liked it.
Did it affect your hi-hat positioning?
A little bit. You kind of have to reach a little, but
Huh.
with the back injury, now I don't have to turn when I'm playing. I sit straight forward.
Yeah, that was always the downfall before. Like they made 2-legged hi-hat stands. You had 2 bass drums, and your legs were
Way.
Yeah.
too much.
Yeah.
So with this album you guys are working on, how soon do you think that one's going to be out?
Soon.
Nice,
We got enough songs for it right now.
nice.
Probably do one more thing. One thing at a time. Everything shut down with the 2-year whatever blah
Yeah.
blah blah. But it's starting to roll again, and
You think that helped you guys or hurt you guys in a way?
it didn't really it hurt everybody probably.
Oh,
but
yeah,
it
I
didn't-
mean, yeah. But I mean, like as far as production-wise, did you feel
No,
like
we kept going.
good?
We kept because you grow apart and stuff. We actually have when we're not practicing, it's like all happy because we have band dinners and stuff. We
Oh,
get
really?
together, we hang out, because you got to do that once in a while.
Yeah.
Like even when you're on the road with other bands, you always eat together and hang out and talk and you get breakfast and joke, and
Yeah.
it makes you a band. So
Are you guys going to take it on the road anytime soon?
I don't know. It depends on what happens. I mean that's a tough call these days.
Yeah. It's almost like better to do a
Well-
short run and come back.
Well, even it is because even on like this band we played with the other night, New Year's Day, really good band.
Mm-hmm.
And this other band was Lilac, I think they're called Lilac, but they traveled together. They're touring together,
Mm-hmm.
but they got like a bus and a motorhome and stuff. But that's pretty much I've done that before. Maybe some of the other guys haven't, but doing like a van tour, every
rough.
day in a van driving, you got your drums in the trailer and back and driving. It's like God, okay, this kind of sucks. Not to complain about it, but especially I mean I probably whine a little more because we got to play some really good gigs in Kiel. We were opening for Dio in Europe and stuff like that,
Really?
arenas, and we had buses and hotel rooms and all that stuff. And you come down and play a little bar, I'd be like, man. But I mean, I love to play.
Do you miss that lifestyle or kind of yearn for it?
Half and half,
Yeah.
half and half. I mean, I don't miss it a lot playing wise because I play more than ever now.
Really?
Every day I'm practicing on what I want to practice on. That's the difference.
Mm-hmm.
You go out, the show was the practice. We just run our set and then party.
What's the next upcoming show for you guys?
Next upcoming show, we just did Tuesday. The next, I got other things going on with the Bad Company tribute, but
Oh, nice.
Deirdre, we're doing the marquee with LA Guns
Really?
it's December 10th.
Nice.
December 10th. Something else is popping up. It's not cemented yet, but November
Nice.
15th or something like that. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was showing me photos that he actually used to watch you live in Kiel. And was that? Let me guess. Was that a premiere kit in that picture?
that was my premiere drums,
Yeah,
man. I
knew
love
it.
that kid.
I knew
wish
it.
I still had it, man.
Yeah.
They were 3-ply. I just go into details. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. Please.
3-ply birch with reinforcing rings, and I loved them. And it took like 6 months to get it. I got my premiere endorsement back
Yeah.
then, and I ordered this kit. They did my exact specifications. My floor toms had 2 different depths and stuff, and it took like 6 months. And and I loved them, man. I wish I still had them.
So what happened to that brand? Who did it get bought out by?
I don't know. They're still going. I think Premiere, maybe not. I'm not sure.
I haven't seen anything new. Kind of.
You probably know more than that about that. I do.
I haven't seen anything new. I mean, they were doing like low end stuff, for
Uh,
retail purposes, but
Yeah.
I think KMC bought them out, but I think Roland's pretty much buying everybody right now.
They bought DW.
DW.
Yeah.
DW
That's
bought Roland. Or
crazy.
How do you guys feel about that?
I personally like it because I'm a rolling guy. So
yeah, me too. DW came out and said nothing's going to change for him. I mean, that's good news, but I wonder if they're going to start incorporating hybrid kits.
That's what I think is going to.
Well, that'd be cool. That'd be
Yeah.
the cool part. The thing about corporate and
Yeah.
what's it called, mergers.
Yeah.
Somebody gets bought out, 1,000 people get laid off.
Yeah.
Product quality goes down and prices go up.
Yep.
And it's like, I hope that doesn't happen because they're already pretty expensive.
Yes.
Yeah. I think DW is going to be taken over by Don's son pretty soon here. I think they're retiring. Don's the other partner in DW. His
Don
son.
Mulero?
Yeah, his
Don-
son's taking over, I believe.
Really?
Yeah. Because those guys started in the early 80s.
I
Yeah.
think so. Yeah.
But yeah, I still think that they're the go-to. I mean, I love it. I'm a Lubbock guy wholeheartedly, but like I still, there's DW kits I still want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the way they're made.
Yeah. Yeah. Then now with your kit live, what are you playing live with your current band?
I change. I have Ludwig. I'm a Ludwig freak.
Really?
I have the last kit I used. It's a 6-ply Ludwig 13 by 12 power tom. I like power toms.
Really?
My bass drum's a 26, which is weird because you got a power tom and a 26, and then a couple of floors.
Nice.
2002 cymbals everywhere, and but also because I'm a drum freak and I restore drums and stuff like that.
Really?
I have a Slingerland kit, which is the same size as 13 by 12 and then 26, and I just swap back and forth. But
And he just recently came up on a nice single.
Yeah. I just got that new slinger,
Oh,
the one that I've been
you-
looking for.
it belonged to the David Robinson.
Yes,
You think,
yes.
or maybe right?
It's pretty. What the 14-inch tom and one of the floor toms and the kick are. Yeah.
He had 2 different depths.
Yeah. He sure did.
That's
yeah.
so cool. I got to see that.
Yeah.
Slingerland.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
pretty cool. Like,
Chrome over wood.
so yeah, what do you plan on adding to that kit symbol-wise, or you just want to keep them all 2002s?
I go back and forth. You know what? Good, I'm glad you asked that. I'm a Peisty freak for sure,
Yeah.
but on my practice kit at home, I use giant beats, which they're thinner. Like I like big, thin cymbals, like a 20-inch and a 22-inch crash. And there's because you don't have to hit them so hard. You just like, and they sustain, and 2002s cut more.
Yeah.
Use them live. I like them.
I like the
What, you got
sound
any
edge.
ideas?
I think the sound edges are underrated. The hi-hats.
Underrated?
Yeah, I think not enough people use those. They have a distinct like click.
They do.
Yeah.
They do. I use them on my closed hi-hat. I got sound edges because without the air,
Yeah.
you can sound it. It sounds better,
Cut right through.
Otherwise,
Now, if you can go back and if you could tell your younger selves, what practices would you guys have practiced more? Coming up, like what?
Me?
Yeah,
oh, I'm sorry.
both of you guys.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
What was the question? What?
What would you practice like more?
Oh, I'd rudiments by far.
Yeah.
I mean, he's kind of got me into that.
Nice.
He's always working on something, and
In-
posting it, and then
you
so
know-
now I have to go and get it.
Yeah, I do watch your posts all the time.
Yeah, watch the video and then try to do it.
yeah.
I've gotten into rudiments in the last like 5 years.
Really?
I mean, all my life, I got everything I ever did was just single strokes, But
Really?
I'm sorry. It started. I do a lot of tribute band. We all do tribute bands, right?
Yep.
So I'm in a Doobies tribute, and we were playing live, and I kind of get bored because the drums are kind of pedestrian. So once in a while, I go do some quads, and the whole band turns around and go, "What the?"
Yeah.
So I thought I got to make it fun somehow. So I thought, you know what? I'll keep it kind of easy, but instead of doing straight 16th, I'll just do double. I'll do a paradiddle or something like that. So I started doing paradiddles during the Doobie Brothers songs.
Huh.
And that got easier and easier and easier. And then I started just practicing. And now I don't sound like Buddy Rich. I never will. But I practice that stuff all the time. Just, single paradiddles, double paradiddles, paradiddle diddles, all those things.
Do you
I
ever
wish
watch?
I did that in grade school.
Yeah, I started with the rudiments in grade school and then got completely out of it.
Do you ever watch Ed, the new DB Brothers drummer? He's been there within a couple of years.
Yeah, he's good. Ed Toth.
Yeah, I've had him on the show.
Really?
Yeah,
Does he live here?
No, he lives in like East Coast. I think Pennsylvania.
He's just coming through and he came
No,
here?
it was actually over the phone. But he's a really nice guy.
He's good, man. He does, I think, traditional grip.
Yeah, and his backbeat, it's just like it can split the universe. Like,
Yeah.
you hear crack, crack. It's just like precise.
Yeah, he's good.
And he actually came up in a band called Vertical Horizons in the '90s.
Really?
They were like alternative, like
Yeah, I've heard of them. Yeah.
yeah, you would know the songs if you heard them. That was
Yeah.
actually his like coming up band.
Nice.
But yeah, I think he was playing with Santana for a little bit too.
No way.
I think so. I could be wrong, but
That's good. Man.
he's a really nice guy. He plays the DW Purple Heart. Sorry, I'm going all geek on you guys, but
Oh,
like,
it's okay.
No, I saw him. We saw him. They did a few years ago with Michael McDonald at that biker place out in Scottsdale by West World.
Sturgis or yeah, I know
Buddy
you're talking about-
Stubbs or
Bloody Stumps. Bloody
I didn't say that.
Sorry, a friend of mine calls it that. I'm sorry. Sorry, Buddy Stubbs. Sorry. Sorry. But yeah, he had a cool kit. And then they had a second drummer, I don't know his name, on the other side. They
Oh,
had two
Lewis
guys.
something. I forgot. Damn it.
And we were in the front row, and not in the front row, about 3 seats back, and Michael McDonald he spits when he sings. He's like, and we were laughing about that. I was like, but the whole Doobie Brothers band was there, and we were all like judging, and
Yeah.
we knew the endings and stuff.
What's your guys' favorite tribute bands to kind of cover? Like what?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm enjoying the Phil show.
Really?
Yeah, the Phil. I get to play a little bit more than I normally would. It's out of my box, out of my wheelhouse. So
They're not making you sing.
no, thank God. You don't want to hear that. Nobody wants to hear that.
The Boston Tribute.
Really?
The Boston Tribute. We've been doing it for, how long have I been in there? 10 years or something like that. And we've done probably, I don't know how many shows, 100-something shows.
And the drummer just passed. Like,
Oh, Sib?
Sib.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know he was the Rock stepmother.
The Rock Stepfather, yeah.
Yeah, I
he
didn't know
was.
that.
That's cool.
That's pretty good. Sorry, I get all trivial.
Sib.
Yeah.
No, yeah, he was.
But yeah, he was an excellent drummer. That whole band, Boston's incredible.
Yeah.
The guitar work, everything on that, kind of revolutionary at that point.
They had to find, they were trying to find here comes my story, trying to find a sub drummer for like 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
5 years ago, probably. And a friend of mine recommended me. Try Dwain. Okay, cool. So I got a call talking to the bass player, Tracy. He goes, well, I know you're a good drummer. Can you sing? You got to be able to sing high. I go, yeah, I think so. So he goes, okay, so over the phone, I'll hit my guitar, and you sing the high harmony. So actually, I was driving home from work at the time in my truck on a speakerphone. Bah, wah! And then he goes, all right, you know what? I think I'm going to approve,
Nice.
a plane ticket. So they flew me out to Boston.
Really?
And it was wintertime. It was April, but it was snowing. And I went right in a limo to Tom's warehouse. I walk in. Tom Schultz is like, Dwain, how you doing?
Jesus.
And I'm a hugger. So I gave him a hug, but you don't hug Tom Schultz.
Oh, really?
Everyone's like, oh, my God. He's going to freak out. He didn't freak out, but,
Really?
But we had fun. We just jammed. We ran our whole set that I'm used to playing with the Boston Tribute. And they even didn't know a song. I'm like, let's do whatever it was. We're ready. Let's do We're Ready. We didn't know that song.
Jesus. Now, are you gonna fill in for him in the future?
Well, he said, well, they wound up not needing somebody because they have two drummers. They go back and forth between now, and one's a school teacher, the other one's somewhere else, and they couldn't get it together.
Uh-huh.
I was going to be like the third guy for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But they didn't need me after all. Look, well, whatever.
It's still a cool
But
experience.
I still got the voicemail. I should listen to it. Tom Schultz called me. He goes, yeah, this is going to happen again. So, keep practicing on the songs and know this and learn these songs and this and that. So
That's badass. But that's still a cool experience overall.
it was totally cool, man. I mean,
Yeah.
So you're playing Smoking or whatever, right?
Uh-huh.
Jam the long section, solo section. And it was on their stage. So I'm using their drums, and to the right, Tom Schultz is like down here on his B3,
Yeah.
just jamming.
Oh my God.
I look down, it's fucking Tom Schultz is jamming. Oh my God! Do not drop a drumstick.
Yeah. Now, was that a lot of prep going at that, or just kind of was all memory at that point?
For me, I just went and ran our Boston show, our Boston
that's
Tribute
right.
show.
Yeah, sorry. Damn, so you're like suited for it.
It was, yeah. I could have,
What other tribute bands do you do?
Rock and Roll Fantasy, a Bad Company thing.
Oh, nice.
We got a show coming up too at CB. Everyone plays CB live now.
Are you guys doing casino as well?
Actually, we did one, but we're not doing a lot of casinos right now. Everybody is in multiple bands. Our singer is doing a bunch of casinos. He's doing yacht rock stuff. He's doing the Doobies.
Yeah.
He's doing I don't know.
ABBA.
He's doing ABBA.
Yeah.
And you just got off the road too with the Phil Collins thing, right?
Yeah, I wouldn't call it off the road. It's just one show in Pennsylvania at Penn's Peak. And
How'd that go for you?
it was incredible. It was the biggest place I'd, played in a long time. It treated us like a rock star.
Nice.
So, yeah. Yeah.
So if you guys,
These guys are good, man.
yeah, I know he's really good. What tribute band would you guys put together if you could? I know you're working on a special project right now, but
Yeah, we can
Me and
drop
Charlie?
this.
what's
Me
that?
and Charlie, you mean?
Oh, together?
Oh no,
gee,
separate. Sorry, like
Oh,
What would you put together as a tribute band? Like, who would you, if you weren't covering him, who would you cover?
Neil Sedaka. No, just kidding.
That's a good one, man.
Yeah.
That's a good one. I don't know. I probably wouldn't do Rush or Zeppelin because there's so many people
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah, and you got to be so.
Or AC/DC or whatever. But
Yeah.
I like. I'm kind of a metalhead. I have to practice double bass every day. It's
Yeah.
not natural. Double bass is not natural for me. I got to practice it all the time.
Really?
But you're a really good drummer, by the way.
Oh, thank you. I try.
Yeah, you did some videos, didn't you? I saw something. I'm like, holy crap. I had no idea.
I'm trying to get a video out every week or two, but yeah, it took me a while to get this room together. But once I'm starting to zero it in now, so I can get a lot more productivity out there. Kind of learning. I didn't know how to record anything 2 years ago.
Really?
Yeah, and I still suck at it, but
You got all this stuff that's all new to you?
I'm trying.
I wouldn't know. I mean,
Yeah, I mean that's something I wish I would have jumped on like 10 or 15 years ago. You know what I mean? Got it kind of like more central and a little more acquainted with it.
I got a friend trying to get me to buy. You probably have all this stuff already. I got a friend trying to get me to buy like this program that can record drum tracks for him and send them via email and shit.
Oh, nice.
I haven't done it yet. But
Have you tried? Are you incorporating electronic drums in your guys' sets at all?
not really. No, not right now. I just I'm a natural guy. I'm like analog.
Nice.
I'm
Yeah.
a holdout.
Yeah. I don't
Charlie
do
does
them.
a lot of electronics,
Yeah.
which is cool.
Yeah. Do you guys see the new rolling pad that's coming out?
I did the SPD Pro or something,
Yeah,
X Pro.
I'm stoked
I
on
want that. Yeah.
And that actually has a cloud where you can grab any sound from anything.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. So you can literally any kit that's ever existed, it's there.
Yeah, I have that Yamaha multi-pad, and I'm trying to get rid of it. Anybody wants to buy a Yamaha so I can buy the new rolling pad? Yeah.
Yeah. Rolling's the way to go on that stuff.
cool.
Yeah. So what's up next for you, Charlie?
Oh gosh, I don't want to talk. He's dropped Gene Simmons, Tom Schultz,
Did I?
Keel, Deirdre.
I'm sorry.
I'm just kidding.
I feel like a poser now.
He
Michael
makes.
Wagner. Michael Wagner. No, just kidding.
Can I come in the room now?
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Deflate my head.
Yeah. No, we just did that run. We did, the community thing out in Verde River, Pennsylvania, Verde River, Arizona with the In Air Tonight. We did the Surrender show at CB Live. It was a charity benefit for the Justice Center.
Oh, nice.
It's homeless veterans. We've only got really one more show. I've only got one more show really till the end of the year, and that's in Orlando in next weekend actually. And a funny story to that. So I don't know if you have Hulu and you watch this show called Some Kind of Heaven.
Okay.
And it's about this retirement community, blah, blah. There's a side story to it and everything. But I don't want to get too weird, but they said the STD rate in this place is the highest in the nation. Guess where we're playing?
Really?
Yeah. So I'm not touching anything when I go there. So yeah,
And it's the older people too.
it's the older people. They don't care.
Sun
yeah.
City's the same
Yeah.
way. Sun City's the same way.
Yeah. So yeah, that's all I got. I mean, we start back up. I've got 3 shows in a row in January, but we're going to Myrtle Beach and Florida again, and I've got a Jake Ryan show too with that.
Nice.
But yeah, nothing. End of the year is going to be nice and slow.
At that benefit he was talking about, I was in the audience, and Charlie's bunny Carlos, he's totally full on character, man.
Yeah.
I was sitting like about from here to him, making faces, going, "Yeah,"
Yeah, he was.
and he would not break character, man. He's like,
There was a couple times I couldn't look at him.
he had to look at the ceiling.
Yeah.
Stuff.
Him and his bass player James that we were talking about earlier, they were both making faces at me and stuff.
Really?
And every time I'd scan I'd look over. I was like, oh, up over the ceiling.
up.
Yeah,
Damn.
I
I'm
Like,
couldn't
why
look.
is he not looking at me?
Yeah.
He was stone faced the whole time he played, right?
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, later years he started smiling and stuff too, but yeah.
Crazy, yeah.
But for the most part, when you had a cigarette, you have to breathe out of your nose.
I don't know how he didn't get it in his eye.
Yeah.
I don't
Oh, it's cigarette smoke. Yeah. Well, I'm not going to give away secrets.
Yeah. But I know we were kind of talking about this earlier and that was random, but have you guys watched any of the Taylor Hawkins tribute?
No, but I've heard killer stuff about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, there's 2 different ones. There's a European one and an American one. Have you seen his son, the clips of his son playing
Just
at all?
bits
I've
of
seen
it.
little
He's
clips of
like-
it, yeah.
he's rocking,
Yeah,
he's rocking.
yeah, he's a badass dude. I think he's gonna do cool. I just didn't know if you guys watched. I've been kind of ecstatic on that in the last couple of days, but
Yeah.
I still want to see Danny Carey doing the Rush song. So
yeah, he was playing that.
was it YYZ or?
Yeah, YYZ. He's
Yeah.
playing that Gretsch American kit.
Yeah.
And I think I've always wanted a Gretsch American, but they're just a little too high dollar.
American, yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I definitely check it out if you guys could. I almost kind of wonder if they should do a festival once a year like that.
That'd be
Taylor
awesome.
Fest.
Taylor Fest.
Yeah, that'd be
That'd be
kinda
cool.
Hawkins
Yeah.
Fest, yeah.
With just like they did it with all the rock stars.
Well, I think like Dave Grohl can literally throw his own festival, once a year. Like
Yeah, he
Ozzy
could.
Ozzy
Easily.
Osbourne was doing it, and I think it kind of ran away from Ozzy. You know what I mean? It became something else. Yeah.
Yeah.
But even Ozzy's new stuff is pretty good too.
Yeah, I heard a song the other day.
Yeah, the one with Tony Iommi on it or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
That's good.
And his drummer, Tommy, I can't say his last name, is a badass too.
Clufetos or something like
Yeah,
that.
he
He's
played for everybody. He's kind of like that wild card in all those bands.
Yeah.
his arms are like,
Yeah, he did like the Rob Zombie stuff and all that.
yeah.
But who are you guys kind of watching right now? I mean, old and new. I know you said you're taking a lesson with Todd Suckerman pretty soon.
Yeah. And
You are?
on December 15th, I'm doing a master class with him.
Oh, over there at.
Yeah.
what's
Through
his name?
Phoenix area drummers. Yeah.
Nice.
I can't wait. I've got to apologize in person for calling him Mark Zuckerberg. Last time on the podcast. So, yeah,
Really?
I did. Yeah,
I'm taking a drum lesson from Mark Zuckerberg.
yeah. He does Facebook and drum lessons. Yeah,
I didn't even catch it. I'm
yeah.
sorry. But the thing is, I probably knew exactly what you were
Yeah.
talking about. Like that.
Yeah, it was. I didn't realize it until I was listening in the car on the way home. I'm like, or when you released it, and I'm like, oh my God, did I really just call him Mark Zuckerberg? Yeah, my favorite drummer. I really love him. I study him. He's Mark Zuckerberg. Yeah.
Oh man! And you were just talking about that video you just put out of him. That's a true professional. The way he just even swapped out that snare and all that too.
Yeah, his bottom head's broke. He stands up. His tech comes up. He's playing what, blue collar man.
Yeah.
And he doesn't miss a beat. Comes back in right in time for the fill. And yeah, he's incredible.
He's good.
Who are you geeking out on lately?
Geeking out on?
Yeah, like old or new.
I geek out on Dwain.
I got a mirror in front of me. I just no. It was really cool seeing Billy Cobham recently. Did you at the MIM theater? In
Oh, he was there.
Yeah, we got seats, man. Like front row. We bought him like a month ahead.
Really?
Front row watching Billy Cobham. That was pretty cool. I was afraid I would be scared to play ever again.
Was he doing the double sticks?
Yeah,
Damn.
yeah.
That's hard. I can't do that shit.
I don't watch really good drummers on purpose because it's just stupid, but it's psychological. Like I told Glenn Sobel, from Alice Cooper.
Oh yeah.
I went to one of his clinics, got invited down to it and stuff. And afterwards, I was talking to him. I go, I don't like to go to clinics, man. He goes like, why not? I go, because I always feel like a freaking loser. He goes, no, that's not the point. I'm like, I know.
Damn. He's another badass too.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah. But if I open my mind, I learn stuff. I just don't.
Do you ever kind of reach back into the legends and kind of watch them too as well?
Totally.
Yeah. Who's the
It's all
go-to?
good. Me, Ian Pace.
Nice.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. Or I've been getting into Bonham lately. I always liked Led Zeppelin, but I never really really watched them.
Mm-hmm.
But I watched that. There's a Zeppelin tribute. They're really good. I don't know the name. It's with Bruce playing drums.
Zeppelified.
Zepplified. Yeah, he's Bonham to a T.
Do you ever feel like when you go back and listen to something you haven't heard, you hear it in a different way?
Oh yeah, by all means.
Yeah, 'cause
Yeah.
I'll start hearing like hi-hat patterns different.
Oh, yeah.
And I'll be like, oh, that's what he was doing. I
Yeah.
don't know if it's just a mental train or like, you know what I mean? Like, but I'll hear things
It's-
totally different. Like,
Probably because I don't know if for me, that's working at Rudiments.
uh-huh.
I go, oh yeah, that's what he was doing.
Yeah.
That's because I can never phrase it this way or whatever.
Well, even when I go listen to like a band like Tool, I'll start to hear it and I'm like, that's all he's doing? I mean, that's not all he's doing, but
Right.
I'll start to kind of like, put it together and I'm like, oh, man. Because when I was, obviously when we were growing up, there was no YouTube, so you had to put your head to the speaker and sit there and try to hear a hi-hat. And I know now it's so much easier to break things down, but
Yeah, there's a guy out on Instagram called Brandon Toes.
Yeah. I know
He
that
puts
name.
lessons out like every day, and I click on that every morning and see what he's put out. And he does one video of it playing straight live, full speed. And he breaks it down half time and charts it out on the bottom. And I'll go down and I'll sit there until I can play what the pattern he's playing. And so that's kind of like pushing myself to practice, but that's about the extent. But
Cool.
yeah, but he's a good player. He's picking apart tons of
is he
different.
the guy from Drumeo?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
he does-
Did you watch the Rush marathon he did?
I did.
That was a little.
I've seen cuts and pieces. Like
I watched the whole thing and I was like, I don't know if I could do that.
Yeah.
That's too much. Like, I wonder how long it took him to prep for that.
I don't know. I know I've seen videos where he mashes them all together and
Oh,
plays.
gotcha.
And those are really good. But
Nice. Now, was there any like books you kind of? Did you guys learn how to read at an early age, or like?
I learned how to read, excuse me, trumpet,
Oh,
yeah.
really?
Wow,
then-
I was a trumpet player too.
And then we were switching off. Me and another guy were switching off on drums. We didn't have to read drum music, so it's kind of like just play the beat. Okay.
Nice.
And I just kind of kept going.
That's something
that
I
way.
wish I would have focused on more.
Me too. I can't read for crap. I
Yeah,
want to.
I can try, but then it gets to a certain point. I'm like, all right.
I used to be able to. The Rubanks, the Rudiments book, that's what I learned on. I think I told the story of Mr. Spangler, my bass drum, or my band director at the time, focused on that. That's what I learned. And then after I got out, I wanted to be a rock star, and rock stars don't read music or
That
play
was my
rudiments.
problem. That was my
Exactly.
problem.
Yeah. And so I really regret that.
Did you guys in your careers, do you ever feel like you missed out on anything because of that? Or do you feel like it wasn't really necessary?
I just wonder,
Yeah,
Yeah.
me too.
because Ian Pace did that drum solo on Made in Japan live in Made in Japan. I think he was 20.
Gee.
He was 20, and this is rudiments and stuff, and he did what I was supposed to do. Freaking working on this.
Yeah.
I thought he was all doing straight stuff, and that was stupid. I should have taken lessons, but at the same time, I didn't want to.
Yeah, it's kind of a pride thing at some point.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I feel like we're more spoiled now because YouTube, you can just pretty much,
Yeah.
you don't have to find a teacher.
Type it in and figure out what you want.
Yeah. Do you feel like we're going to lose touch with reading as time goes? Or
I hope not.
yeah.
Reading?
Yeah.
Reading like music reading? I never read music.
No. Like, you think the younger youth is going to kind of like let go of that as, technology makes it easier?
Oh, probably, yeah.
I mean, I think technology is going to make it easier, but I think as long as we keep band programs in schools,
Yeah.
that's my plug for music education. We need to keep that,
Yeah, I
in-
think
in
that
the
kept me
schools.
out of a lot of trouble.
Yeah, it kept me out of trouble for sure.
Yeah, that's kind of a big part of my childhood. It was like nonstop, always after school there. Did you go through that as well?
It kept me out of trouble for sure because I was practicing every night, and while my other friends would go off, smoke weed, get drunk, get arrested, steal a car, go to jail, whatever.
Jesus.
Wow,
I was
you hung out in a different neighborhood than me.
I was practicing.
Yeah. Where'd you
Yeah.
grow up?
In West
Phoenix?
Phoenix, over by Alhambra High School, over 35th Avenue.
So you've been here your whole
Camelback.
life?
Yeah, I was born here.
Really?
It's weird.
So you've
Weirdo.
seen it grow and all that.
Yeah, yeah.
Huh.
Moved to LA for about 9 years and came back, and there was all these new buildings and stuff.
What'd you think about LA?
What?
Did you enjoy LA or?
No, LA sucks.
I hate LA.
I hate LA, man.
Wow, I hope this doesn't go out to California
But, ooh,
people.
don't tell
I don't think
California.
anyone really likes LA anymore, man.
Don't tell LA.
Yeah, I think
But-
everyone's trying to get out of it. Anything.
After a while, I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna do this. My wife and I both came back home.
Yeah.
Which is good because if we would have stayed there, she was doing really good at her job, getting promotions and this and that. Pretty soon she was gonna be making all this money, and we would have been stuck.
Yeah, but it's impossible now to start there. Yeah, there's no way. I mean, you get stuck in an apartment. Blah, blah,
Cost
blah.
of living. Yeah.
And then everyone's so like. I think technology kind of took away from LA too because you don't really have to sit there and beat the streets. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
YouTube video can do well, and that's
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Put
Yeah.
a promo video out, stick it up on the internet.
Yeah. So I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing when you really think about it.
You used to be able to sell albums and stuff.
Yeah.
Now you can't do that.
It's one song at a time. Yeah.
So are you guys? You said you're going to release that new album. Are you guys going to release one song at a time, or just drop the whole thing?
No, I mean, we'll put out a song when it's done, when it's mixed and mastered and all that stuff, and show everybody. But then, like the first album, it's the second album now. First album, we did an album release party and played and had, that kind of stuff.
Nice.
Just promotion. But
We've got a lot of good videos too.
yeah, one thing about Deirdre, she's awesome, but she also hires photographers for every show, which is
Really?
smart.
It's very smart.
I mean, she loses money, but we have killer pictures.
Mm-hmm.
And you've seen them.
Yeah,
on
they're pretty
Facebook.
cool. Yeah.
Whore. I'm a Facebook whore. Sorry, I don't have a filter, I guess. I don't know. Sorry about that. But,
It's not a children's channel, so we're
Yeah.
good.
but that's one of the reasons that I love playing with not only the musicians, but the people. And her attitude's amazing.
Yeah, you guys are really good. I watched some of the videos, and I want to come see you guys live, to be honest with you. Yeah. But after this album, do you guys see yourself going heavier, kind of mellowing out, or just kind of just comes as
Heavy.
it goes? Heavy.
Heavy.
Good.
Her thing is, she wants to. I don't know if I can explain her approach, but angry, like angry. I'm gonna fucking kill you, motherfucker.
Really.
Because it's her whole thing started I sharing too much already? Her whole thing started when she broke up with her ex-boyfriend, marriage, whatever, and she started writing all these songs that like, I hate you, all these dark songs and moody and stuff, and it sounded good.
Yeah.
She's like, you know what? I can keep this up, and
Now,
Oh.
did you guys you said you mentioned you were a friend with one of the members. Did she kind of put you guys together, or how'd that all come apart, the whole band?
James, my bro, my bass player buddy, who we've been playing with for 15 years, he went to music school with the guitar player at the time, Deirdre, and they started playing in a band. And then they got together, and he was in the band, and they were having trouble with a drummer. So James texted me. He goes, "Hey man, would you be interested in playing in this band? We're having trouble with a drummer and this and that." Blah, blah, blah. I'm going, I don't know. Let me hear the songs. So he gave me all the songs, and I studied them and I learned them, and it sounded good. I liked it. I thought it was great. And then by the time they fired their drummer, I already knew all the songs, and I didn't even audition. I just came down and played, rehearsed. It's like,
Where's the best? Do you guys have a channel, or what's the best place to check it all out?
God, I just whenever I have to listen to a Deirdre song, I just go Deirdre
Yeah,
on YouTube.
yeah.
But yeah, she has a thing here. Deirdre, kind of look it up while I'm talking to you.
That's fine.
I'll never be able to find it. But it's just Deirdre Evans.
Nice. So yeah, I'm looking forward to the next album with you guys. And then, how's the Cars thing coming along for you?
It's good. You just let the cat out of the bag.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
That's okay. You can. We were just going to do a hint at it, but that's why I needed that Slingerland kit. Yeah.
David told me that you're working on that.
Yeah, we're about
But-
6 songs from a full show. So.
I'm sorry, man.
No, that's okay. Don't worry about it. That's okay. We got to build the excitement somehow. So yeah.
Sorry.
No, we've well, since the cat's out of the bag, I might as well talk about it. We've got a great Rick Ocasek. He looks and sounds just like him.
That must be a hard one to find.
Yeah,
though.
the only thing that we don't have is a left-handed guitar player, but he can still play just like Elliot Easton.
Nice.
David Wagner, Bob Desiderio does his keyboards. Rick Clausen is the Rick Ocasek.
Rick!
Yeah, and
I know everybody in the whole band.
yeah, and I'm
Really?
playing drums, so you know.
And you said your son was part of that one?
No, my son's. We're trying to put together just a cover band, just a 90s,
nice.
80s, 90s cover band with my son playing keyboards. So
I
yeah.
apologize. Sorry.
No, that's okay. It's all good, man.
So is it fun to kind of revisit that stuff, or?
Yeah, I was thinking when you were asking these questions about listening to stuff for the, going back and listening, that was what was going through my head because I just had this conversation this afternoon about listening to some of the production on that song "Touch and Go," but it's 4/4 then 5/4 then 4/4 then 5/4. When I was in high school, I didn't care about that. I just 4/4 bang it out, But now I'm listening to it and going, oh my god, and playing to a click with that, it's different. And we had this day-long discussion about if we're going to put the click in 5/4, put the click in 4/4, and so yeah. It was,
So was he ever playing a full electronic kit when he was with the Cars?
he played the Slingerlands. He played a bunch of other kits too. He only went to the Rolands later in life.
Really?
Like my age, I guess. or yeah, he plays the Roland kits.
So was it hard to find those sounds, or were they all just in their own bank?
Oh, they're in the bank. Yeah. I'm playing the acoustic kit. I'm only, he had the Syndromes.
Syndromes.
Those
I
4
had one,
Syndromes.
yeah.
Did you really? Jeez. I looked for them. I couldn't find them, so I took 4 Roland pads and
I
put them
still
up.
have. I should probably just give you mine.
Oh, yeah.
That's probably, that's
Jeez.
anyway,
And the module. Jeez.
it's got 4 knobs on it.
Oh wow.
What were they called again?
Syndromes.
Syndromes.
Yeah.
Never heard of them. I've probably seen them, but
But I'm using the Roland for all the electronic sounds up on these 4 pads,
Really?
and then straight acoustic drums the rest of it.
oh wow.
And he puts the the big drum, the floor tom mounted, and then he goes to the 13-inch rack tom. Then he's got the 2 floor toms,
Oh, he's got
and he's got some timbales off the side. But
I can't wait to see that, man.
Yeah,
can't
it's
wait.
good. We're really going to focus on the look and the sound. So,
So what do you think time frame?
first of the year is when we're hoping.
Really?
So yeah, that's why I was lucky that we don't have a whole lot of shows coming up.
Damn, that's like right around the corner.
Yeah.
Sorry to do
Yeah.
that to you. I'm really
No,
sorry.
that's all good. What's funny is I'm looking over here into Dwayne's eyes, and he looks like Ben Orr. So,
Do you play any other?
oh, and
The
I'm
bass
sorry.
player
I'm sorry. Dave Cornwell's the bass player. So yeah, Ben Orr. So yeah.
Really?
Oh, it's Dave. I was gonna say who's the bass player?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And we've got all the instruments.
I
mean,
don't mind you coming here. Boom, 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 boom.
And Dave's
yeah.
in the Surrender thing with you.
yeah, Dave's in Surrender with me. Yeah.
Excellent musician.
Yeah,
he's
he's
in that
there,
Rush
and he's
tribute.
playing in Free Will tonight. So
Oh,
yeah.
really? Oh, that's right. Where are
Yeah.
you playing?
At
Probably
CV
CD.
Live. Yeah.
Jeez. If it wasn't a school night, I'd go.
I know. Yeah.
I just got to get my beauty sleep in.
Yeah, but it's gonna be fun.
Too.
Well, guys, I want to thank you for coming down.
Yeah.
Let me taking
Yes.
up an hour of your time and catching
Yeah.
up. And you guys have a lot of cool stuff coming up. And once again, we plug your band. You just Google it pretty much, and you'll find it.
Deirdre.
Yeah.
Deirdre.
And then we're looking forward to what's the name? Can you announce the name of the project?
We haven't really settled on something, but I think it's going to be Broken Lullaby.
Nice,
So.
nice. Cool. Well, thanks a lot, guys.
Nice. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.